All of these kits have the same thing in common. It's taking some physical form to make it look realistic. And those are what I'm going to be showing you how to create today. We're going to be using Photoshop for this. This is one of the most used product mockups, and that's essentially what they're called, are product mockups. This is a product mockup box. So here in Photoshop, you see how we have it set up. This is the layer window where we have all of our layers. So if you're not familiar with how to use Photoshop, I definitely recommend go watching a beginner tutorial. But if you look here in this window, you have a box right, which is this, and you have the spine artwork, which is essentially the spine of the box. And so to edit these, so you'll double click this icon, which is the smart object thumbnail, and it'll open this window up. Within this window, you can pretty much edit it how you want. So now we have this, you press Ctrl S on your keyboard. And so we come back here and you see we got it. It says SWERVO Mafia. So we come over to the spine artwork. Remember, double click this right here. I'm pressing delete key to delete those layers. Now I'm gonna match the same red, so I'm gonna get the paint bucket tool. I'm gonna create a new layer by coming down here, clicking this plus. Red, delete the existing layer. And I'm just going to open up a image. I'll open up 808 Mafia logo, copy this, and I'll paste this. Right now the logo is too big. You simply wanna just drag this down and it'll automatically keep in proportion. So we want to drag this down to the center. Once we have it, you'll come over here to the layer blend modes and you'll come down here to screen and I'll remove the black. And I just use shift and my arrow keys to bring that down to the bottom. So again, press Ctrl S to save, or Command S if you're on Mac. Go back, you'll see 808 Mafia there, SWERVO Mafia. If you double click this color fill, double click the thumbnail, you can change the color of the background as well. So now, say what if you want to have a whole wrap around behind this. You want to have a wrap that maybe goes to the other side. So instead of two separate layers of editing, you just want one whole layer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and we're gonna click this plus icon to create a new layer. I'm gonna name this layer box wrap. Come up here to filter. Then we're gonna go to vanishing point. In this area, this is where we're going to have to map out the box. If you press X on your keyboard, it'll allow you to zoom in. You press it, let you zoom in wherever your cursor is. So we're gonna start up here and click. And you see this blue line. So we're gonna follow the edges. Come down here. And you see it's following. So on this edge, it's kind of hard to see because of the red. So now we have this, you might be wondering, okay, well, what about this side? So you come here to this specific handle. You're gonna hold Control or Command on Mac and click and drag to the left. And you'll see that it's went over here, but it's not covering it. So what you wanna do is you come down here to this bottom one handle. You wanna hold Alt and click and drag it down. And the same thing up here at the top. You're gonna hold Alt, click this, and drag it up. To make sure this is all the way down as well. And so as long as it's blue, you're good. So if it's blue, that means you're good. But if you, for instance, if I were to drag this down, you see it turn red, that's not what you want. You don't want it like that. So we got blue on both sides. This is the whole wrap. So now that you've done that, find the image that you want to add to the wrap. Control C, copy, or Command C on Mac. Come back here, select the box wrap layer, go back up to filter, vanishing point. And when you're on the screen, you simply just want to press Control V or Command V if you're on Mac. And you see it's very big. So what you want to do is you want to simply click the image and drag it onto the box. You can drag it. Now if it's too big, you simply want to find the edge, drag it to see the edge, press Control T, and then hold Shift and drag it down. Then you want to pull it up and then drag it down by holding Shift, and then keep doing this as much as you need to get the texture smaller. So now we have it wrapped around the whole box. I don't want this to be the full wrap. I want this to be under what we already did. So I'm just gonna take this wrap and we're gonna take the opacity and go down with it. And that looks nice. You can mess with the blend modes as well. And we're done. So next I'll show you this mockup. If this mockup doesn't look familiar to you, it's the exact same mockup used on the Producer Grind website for the tbdigital All You Need drum kit. Seeing here set up, they've got the bag, and you're gonna open down this drop down, delete that. When you see this logo, which looks like a paper with a square beside it, that's how you usually know that's the smart object. It'll tell you smart object thumbnail when you hover over it. So you wanna double click that, open it up. All right, so we're going to delete what's already in here. We're gonna leave this rectangle, we're gonna leave this one. We're gonna create a square. Hold Shift so we can drag it in. Control Z, Control Shift, drag it out, and we're gonna make it red. So we double click the rectangle and we're just gonna pick that color, so I'm on white. And then let's create a little barcode here in the corner. We're gonna make it red, and you can get this barcode font from dafont.com. Now we're going to close this window, press yes. Now we look at the paper bag. You see it says SWERVO kits, and then we have our little barcode down here. So that's really all it is to it when creating these mockups. It's really just editing templates and putting in the designs that you want to be on there. Here are some mockups I've done. This one I was just doing just for reference purposes. Here's another one where I simply put my logos on a CD case. And you can do so many more things with this. I will have this template in the description section for you to edit. If you're looking for fonts, come to dafont.com. They have any sort of font you want. And with these, you want to type your text in here. So if I type in SWERVO, and then under more options, make sure you check 100% free, and then press submit. So this way it's only showing stuff that's 100% free for you to use. I have two sites that I go to for mockups. First one's mockups-design.com. You see all these mockups. So all of these can be changed. When you hover over it, you see where you can change it. All of these professional mockups can be changed. Then we have mockupworld.co. This is probably where you'll get most of them. Here's a free Mockup World bundle. You scroll through and you can go through the different categories. Let me know in the description section if you have any questions or any recommendations for other videos.